What's going on? This is Two-Faced. We back with another video for the question of the day. Before we get into the question of the day, I just want to say that this is an open community here. Like, if you want to get something off your chest, if you want to comment on something that I said, or if you just want to talk to me in general about something that you have gone through or that you're going through, or just literally anything, I am here. Okay? I am not one of those people that are gonna just disregard your message, look over it at like, oh, I'm saying this on the camera, but in reality, he's really not like this. No, I'm telling you right now, you want to reach out to me about anything, you want to talk about anything that you're going through, or if you just want to discuss life, like, I'm here. I am here. Okay. So, yeah, I just want to start it off by saying that because sometimes in life, people need people to talk to. Okay. Like, you know, life happens. We lose friends, we lose family, we lose people in our life, and sometimes we need help getting back on our feet. Or sometimes we just need somebody to talk to, need an ear, or just need a voice to talk to. It's just whatever it is. Like, if I can help in any way, I'm here. Because the goal is to be happy, and the goal is to reach our goals. Okay? So if I can help in any way that in your life, or vice versa, please, come on, I'm here. Now, let's get into the question of the day. What is the difference between living and existing? I'm gonna go again. The question of the day is, what is the difference between living and existing? And this is what I wrote. I said, existing is allowing events in life to control you, whereas living is controlling the events in your life. I'm gonna read it again. Existing is allowing events in life to control you, whereas living is controlling the events in your life. I just feel like a lot of people in this world exist. You know what I mean? They're trying to find their why. They're trying to figure life out. Why am I here? Why is this happening to me? Just going to work on their 9 to 5. They going home. They rest. They get up and do it again. It's like clockwork. Now, before I go into this, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. I'm not saying anything about that because I'm doing that myself. I'm trying to pursue my other dreams such as this. All I'm saying is that a lot of times in life we're just existing. We're not living in no form of way because we're still trying to figure out things like, why am I here? Why? Like, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I still supposed to be doing this? Or I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna try to see how this goes. You're just existing. And it's almost like you're existing with no purpose. And see, when you start to exist with no purpose, it's gonna be a lot of things that go into play and start affecting you. Because you're gonna see a lot of people living their purpose or finding their purpose, and they're starting to pursue it. And if you don't have that, or if you haven't reached that yet, you're gonna feel like you're just existing. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm waking up every day. It's like I see all this. Like, I feel like I'm talented. I know I'm talented enough, but I'm just existing. Like, I'm working my job. I'm coming home. I'm just doing it again, but I just can't figure it out. Or I pursue my dreams for a little bit, and then it takes a turn, and I'm back doing my 9 to 5, or I'm back doing my regular stuff because you're just existing. And see, the thing is, I feel like when you start living, that comes with execution. And when I say execution, is you can't really chase your dream or reach a goal of yours if there's no execution. Because your effort means nothing without execution. I feel like I said this before, but I'm gonna say it one more time. Your effort means nothing without execution. Because just because you're trying towards something, that doesn't mean you're gonna execute it. You know what I mean? There's a way for it to get done. So if because you say, man, I'm trying to do it. Like, I'm going to work, I'm getting up, I'm putting in the time and the effort and all these things, but what? I'm not getting no results because you're not executing. You can put so much time and effort into the wrong thing, and what are you going to do? You're going to keep failing. Like, you're putting so much work into failing. So there are ways to execute. There are ways to reach your dreams. Like, even with music, there are ways to get people to see my music. There are ways to market it correctly. People can have the best voice in the world. People can have the best talents in the world, but because they don't market their stuff, or because they're not getting their stuff out there correctly, people are not going to see them. And these people, they're questioning, like, man, how are they getting seen? Or they're not even better than me. I don't even know. Because they're marketing. Or they're doing the little stuff that you're not doing. And that's literally effort, and that's execution. Because once you put in the effort, you're going to get execution if you find a way to execute it correctly. And I feel like everybody, well, let me put it like this. I don't feel like everybody knows the way to execute. And I feel like the only way for you to know how to execute your goal or the thing that you're trying to do is to dig under. Like, you have to build a foundation. You have to want it. Like, you literally have to want it. You can't wake up and be like, I'm gonna do this today. All right, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go chase this today. All right, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go chase this today. Because all you're doing is doing that, and cool, you're trying new things, but until you build and say, this is what I'm gonna do, this is where I'm gonna put my effort in, this is where I'm gonna understand, like, this is where I'm gonna get the root of. Because you have to understand, you have to gain knowledge. And just like when we go to school, like, I hated school and I left school in college. But I'm just saying, like, when we go to school, they force us to learn different, well, it's a requirement to learn different courses. And we have to understand those courses to pass the class. And just like in life, you have to apply that same concept, that you have to understand these concepts to execute what you're trying to do. Just like with me for music, I have to understand music. I have to understand these bars. I have to understand the rhythm. I have to understand, like, I have to go into depth. Like, I have to dive deep into this. Like, I can't just stay on the surface and expect results. That's why I have to put in the time. That's why I'm not big on, like, all right, I need a market right now. No, let me understand what I'm trying to do. Let me find my flow. Let me find my rhythm. Let me get everything that I have rooted and build a foundation here. So when I market, it's like, all right, if anything happens, I'm on go. Like, I'm on go. Like, somebody want to sign me, I am on go. But right now, I'm just in a building block of just like build, create, keep working, keep making songs a day. You know what I mean? Just trying new things. Effort with no execution is pointless. And I feel like when you start living, you're in control. You know how people just say, I'm living life, I'm living life, I'm living life. You hear that saying, but when you're actually living life, I feel like you're executing everything that needs to be executed. You're applying effort, and then you're going above effort, and you're executing. And I feel like once you're doing that, you're going to start seeing results. You're going to start meeting people. You're going to start having all these positive things come into your life, because you're not existing, but you're living. And that requires effort, and that requires execution, because you can't be living without no execution. Like, it has to be a purpose. When you're existing, most of the time it's because you don't know your purpose. You don't know your why. You're still trying to find your why, so you're just existing. You're going to work. You're trying to work the 9 to 5. You're chilling. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. Like, you're looking at things. You might have found a couple of hobbies, a couple of passions you're trying to find, but you're not really pursuing them in a way that you're trying to execute. It's just like, here and there, I might do this, I might nibble and dabble in that, but you're nothing. You're just existing. So when you start living, you're going to start applying effort. You're going to start applying energy. You're going to start executing all the things that you want to do, and you're going to see the difference in your life. But to get to that point, it starts with you. You have to want to execute. You have to want to put in the effort. You have to want to go sleepless nights. Even when you're tired, you have to go the extra mile. It's literally no way around it. I know I said it in another video, but it's no way around it. You have to want it, because nobody can want it bad enough. Nobody can want it better than you, literally, at all. You have to want it, and you got to go and get it. I don't care how many steps ahead that other people are. Like, I don't care if it's somebody right here, like your friends, your closest friends. They can be doing all these other things, making $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and you might be still trying to work your 9 to 5, barely bringing in $1,000, $1,500 a month. You can't worry about that, because you have to see the bigger picture, and you have to let the goals and your vision outweigh everything that's around you. Everything, because that's the only way you're going to execute it. Because your chapter cannot be the same chapters as somebody else, because they're on different chapters in life. So you can't compare you guys' chapter, because you're on your chapter. And when you turn your page, you might be past them on whatever chapter they on, but you have to stay on your chapter in life, regardless of what everybody else is doing. Trust the process. That's what it all comes back to. Trust your process. Stop going away from things because it's not working. You're trying to execute it. It's not working, I'm gonna try something else that I like. No. Find what you like, stay down on it, and go get it. Go get it. Go those sleepless nights, work for it, execute it, find what you need to know about it, market it. There are ways to be successful. You just have to want it. So I don't want to hear like, oh, I can't do it, or that's a God-given talent. Okay, put in the work. The same work you can put in can reach their God-given talent, or surpass their God-given talent, to be honest. I'm just saying, like, of course, I felt like I had God-given talent in baseball, but if I didn't keep putting in the work, and what happened? Other people past me that just kept putting in the work on a daily basis. So I feel like you have to want whatever that you want to execute. Trust the vision, trust the plan, trust the process, and just to revert back to the beginning. Existing is allowing events in life to control you, whereas living is controlling the events in your life. Okay? Take control of your life, start living life, start executing your dreams and your passions that you want to be successful in. And remember, just like I was saying in the beginning, you guys can reach out to me and talk to me about anything. I'm going to try to keep going with these videos in the midst of me creating music, and just, like I said, to help with anybody that needs help or just communicate. So yeah, I'll be back. You already know what's going on. Two Face.